So before we begin, straight away, I can imagine this video is going to get quite a lot of hate. But I'm not saying that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will suck indefinitely, but I'm going to be giving you guys reasons in this video as to why I think it will suck. So before you go hating, before you go into the comment section, hating on me, hating on the channel, just think about what I have to say and then give your opinions. So don't just go straight into the comments after reading the title, disliking and all this stuff, and then going into the comment sections and hating. Listen to the video, listen to my points, and then comment on what you think after all that. And apologies if you can hear a fucking lawnmower, because some twat next door to me decided to mow his lawn at like silly o'clock in the morning. So apologies for that. So first of all, I want to draw everyone's attention back to Infinite Warfare, and more importantly, Modern Warfare Remastered. So no one wanted Infinite Warfare, to be honest. Everyone was bored of jetpacks, and we got jetpacks. It was the most hated Call of Duty trailer ever released. But people still brought Infinite Warfare because of Modern Warfare Remastered. So they paid for a game that they didn't want to get a game they did want. Now, this could be for many reasons. It could be because you wanted the boots on the ground, or more importantly, the nostalgia, which is the main focus on this point. So everyone, no matter who you are, if you played Call of Duty 4, you probably had good memories of that game. You probably played it when you was a kid, you know, you'd fucking sprint home from school like a headless chicken, come home, chuck your bag on the side, quickly get undressed, get into your pajamas or your gaming gear, and then you just sit on Call of Duty for the rest of the night. That's the memory that those people have. And even if you don't have those memories, you may have just sat on Call of Duty like all weekend, throughout the nights, doing all-nighters with your friends at the weekends, like sleepovers, all that shit. So you've got fond memories of something that happened 10 years ago. So you go into this new game with that same mindset. Obviously, you're not going to fucking run home from school and chuck your clothes off and chuck your bag on the floor and play Call of Duty all night. Some people might have families now. Some people might be just too old and too grown up and don't have time. Or perhaps you could be a content creator. You was thinking of when Call of Duty was back, arguably, in its prime. You was uploading maybe 2 or 3 videos a day. The subs were rolling in. The likes and views were all rolling in. It was a great time. And then obviously Call of Duty moved to the jetpack era, and then you stopped playing it. You might have moved to Fortnite or various other games. You just don't play it, whatever the reason. So now you see that Modern Warfare is going to be remastered. It doesn't matter if you're a content creator, it doesn't matter if you're a casual player, it doesn't matter if you're a competitive player. If you were around then, you have all those memories and all that nostalgia from 10 years ago. Now you go into this game with exactly the same nostalgia as you had before. You don't really remember the bad times. All you remember is the good, fun times. And then you come onto this game, and it's completely fucking different. You jump on, there's so many more campers. The game's so sweaty, skill-based matchmaking. There's so many different things that it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth, because you went into this game thinking that it was going to be the same as the game that you had 10 years ago. Now, theoretically, it should have been the same, but you have to remember, skill-based matchmaking is implemented in basically every single Call of Duty since I think it was like Modern Warfare 3 or anything after Black Ops 2. I think there was some form of skill-based matchmaking in those games. So you've got skill-based matchmaking, that's the first thing. That's going to ruin it completely, because you remember getting 100, 200 plus kills on small maps with sick kill streaks. Now it is just not the same. You can't do that when you're playing against equally as good players as yourselves. It's just too difficult. And then you have to take the aspect into the change. That was 10 years ago. Those people playing then might not necessarily be playing now, despite the nostalgia, despite maybe being sold on it. They might have just not brought the game. They might have financial difficulties, and they might just not want to play Call of Duty, like I said earlier on, because of the time and having families and all this sort of various other things that just get in the way of playing Call of Duty. And now you're playing kids who sit in corners. You're playing in a generation where the developers actually put safe spots in certain maps or in all maps for the newer player that is not as good as, say, other people. So you go onto this new game, you've got the skill-based matchmaking, which obviously is just going to ruin the party straight away. Then you've got the newer generation players, the players that don't rush around, the same players that just sit in corners with shotguns, just use the most OP-est shit and just abuse the game by sitting in corners, killing the flow, killing just the game in general. So you've got those two things that are very important. Obviously, the nostalgia thing is probably the most important thing of all. You're being sold on a memory that you had 10 years ago and it doesn't reciprocate now. So now on to the next reason why you guys would not like it. And this is the final reason of this video. And if you have any other reasons as to why the community may not like Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, drop it down in the comment section below. But the last reason is Activision have decided to change, for one reason or another, so much about the multiplayer. Everyone, like I was saying, is sold on a memory that they had 10 years ago. So if things are too different, if it doesn't feel the same as what it felt 10 years ago, it's going to leave a sour taste in everyone's mouth. So they could have changed the guns, they could change the maps, they could take maps out, they could add maps in that maybe wasn't in before. There's so much things that they could do because there was so many OP shit in that game that today's community probably wouldn't like that. And I know that you could say, well, we don't give a shit, give us the game, but they've already made those changes. And another reason why they potentially have made those changes is because of Vince Zampella, who left to go and make Respawn, could have rights to Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer. So they legally have to change the game so Activision don't have to go to court and do all this lawsuit shit with Vince Zampella. So there's all these different reasons that it's just going to change the game. So regardless of what you had 10 years ago, it's never, ever, ever, ever going to be the same as what you get now. It happened in Modern Warfare Remastered. It's going to happen in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And if Modern Warfare 3 gets remastered, it will all be the same. Things that happened 10 years ago are not going to happen today. Different fan base, different players, skill-based matchmaking, the fact that Activision have changed so much about Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer already, all of these things add up, and by the time you actually get on to play it, it will be 10 times worse than what you remember it. Those memories are gone. They're in the past. They're nostalgia memories for a reason. You're going to come back onto this game, and if it was to remaster it, everyone that brought that game for the nostalgia is going to be incredibly disappointed. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Lukey, and I'm signing out. Peace.